Hello collectors, I'm Logan and welcome to the 200 subscriber Q&A special. So, I know it's been a little bit now, but I'm excited to get this started and get it going, and I want to just thank you all again for 200 subscribers. It is a, a goal I didn't think I'd reach. So let's go ahead, let's get started. So the first question comes from Luna, which is my girlfriend. She had a couple of questions for me, which is, first one, what are your future goals from programming to basic life within the next couple of years? Don't particularly know what that means. Okay, so I think she just means what I plan to do with my life and programming. Big question to start it out. So programming, I really hope to make games for a living and live off of that, because it's always been I want to be able to make a big franchise like FNAF is. But I guess the real thing is, like, where do I start with that? Like, how does one get there? How does one make a franchise out of almost nothing? I better ring Scott up. And as for my life in the next couple of years, well, I hope this channel is going to be a good thing for me, because I would love to do this full time. Because this would be the dream job. I think it'll be a dream job for anybody. But you just have to get lucky, and I hope I'm one of those individuals who gets lucky, and I'm gonna keep trying my hardest until I get there eventually. I hope I do anyway. Who is your first subscriber ever? Also from Luna. I have no fucking idea. I mean, I don't think I can see who my first subscriber was. Probably someone from Game Jolt, if I had to take a guess, because this channel wasn't meant to be like gaming at first. It was supposed to just be updates on games, and that's what it was at first. For the first couple of videos, it was just like gameplay trailers for the salvaged. But as time went on, I wanted to actually do YouTube, and I found it fun because the Help Wanted 2. I had a great time editing and playing through that. Editing is actually one of the funnest parts of doing YouTube for me. I love doing little edits here and there. I have some days where I don't have the motivation to do it, but man, I love editing a lot. It's so good. If you could be sponsored by anyone, who would you want it to be? I mean, I don't know. Air Up, probably. I like Air Up and their stuff. They do, if you guys don't know, I watch Astral Spiff mainly. He got sponsored by it a couple of times, where it's just, there's a water bottle, and it just makes it so you have a certain scent on top of your bottle cap, and it makes it smell like whatever you're drinking. So like you're drinking water, but it smells like the thing that you're smelling. Next question. What do you want to do to make a difference in the game design world? I don't really know. I mean, I'm not looking to make a huge difference. I mean, I'm looking to my hope is to make a good game that is unique and not so like everything else. I want to make a unique game that's it's so different from the modern era. But to do that, Click Team isn't gonna cover it. That's why I'm working on Unreal Engine right now. That's a big thing that's going on in the background. I'll talk more about that if a question comes up for it. Okay, so this question comes from Penguin714. Big congrats on reaching 200 subs, Logan. Smiley face. What kind of music are you into? Okay, so my music taste is anything that AP Angry Piggy makes. That dude, his music gets me every single time, especially his most recent Terrified, the Walton File song. It is super good, but he's my favorite artist, if you couldn't tell. But continuing on with that, my favorite type of music is remix. I'm a huge fan of anything with a good drum beat. I love the drums as well. So this is the first of many questions from Jacob Nybarger, 1890. What is your favorite animal? A fox. They're just really cute. Okay, so we got another question from Cube Group 693. favorite FNAF character. Okay, so I know my character that you see here is FNAF 1 Bonnie. My favorite character is actually Withered Bonnie. Withered Bonnie is probably the scariest design out of any of the FNAF characters. I'm sorry, but the faceless, like, oh man, just like the no face gets me every single time. The Withereds, I think themselves are super, not underrated in the FNAF community, but underrated in the games. Like, we never see the Withereds. I think the last game we saw the Withereds in was Help Wanted, just in Help Wanted. And they did a good job. The animations for the Withereds and Help Wanted are fantastic. I love their animations a lot. Next question, also from Cube Group. Are there any games you made that never got released / uploaded to Game Jolt? Okay, strap yourselves in. This is gonna be a long one. So, I started game development like years ago. Like back when I think back in 2020 was when I got into it because I had the time for it. And I made quite a few games. I think the first game I ever made was a game I wanted to call True Ultimate Custom Night. And it was going to be what Ultra Custom Night is right now. But, you know, at the time it was pretty small roster that I was making. But it was going to be a game based off of this map that was on the FNAF Reddit, and if I can find it, I'm gonna put it on here because it is an insanely cool map. And I don't think I had the files for any more, unfortunately, but like that map was so cool. And I tried to model it, and I think I got pretty far, but I don't know. It's lost to time now, but it combined every single FNAF map 1 through 6, and it did it super well. I also made, I made that map in Minecraft when it first came out as well, because I was super into it. It was such a cool idea, I thought. But that was the first game I had ever made. I never published it, but it was the first game that I ever made. And then I went on to make a parts and service game based off the Help Wanted sections for the parts and service sections. And I made quite a few parts and service mini games, actually. One was Springtrap, one with Mangle, one with Nightmare Bonnie, one with Gemstone from Pop Goes. Again, lost the time. I never uploaded it. I was way too scared because I made those back when I was younger. Oh my god, that was like years ago, wasn't it? Jeez, I'm getting old. So trying to think what else there is. So there was the parts and service game. There is currently an unlisted game on Game Jolt. But that one won't come out for a while, and I don't want to talk about it until like I actually have a steady ground of. So I'm currently not working on it. It was kind of a side project. So I don't know. I haven't really worked on it in a little bit, so I want to work on it more when I get comfortable. But yeah, I'm trying to think if there's anything else that I had worked on. There was yeah, okay, I'm not going to talk about this game a whole lot. Strange Times of Blinks, there was going to be a sort of Ultimate Custom Night type thing that was going to come out, and I got pretty far in development with it, but then I stopped. I actually found a couple of posts of it on Game Jolt. Yeah, that one was weird. We're not going to talk about that one, though. Next. So this next question is from my brother. Did you hide the evidence?
Yes.
Alright, so the next question comes from Van Dookie Productions. And it says, congrats and thanks for the shout out. Of course, buddy. So the question 1 is, which is your favorite non-FNAF game and why is it special? Okay, so favorite non-FNAF game, I can list off a couple because I have quite a few. Is the original Resident Evil 2. Loved that game a lot as a kid. And and specifically this one Wii game called Cars. It's just Cars the game for Wii. I played it all the time as a kid, and it is probably the best Disney Disney movie game I've ever played. It is a super good game, and I think it deserves more recognition. I might do a video on it one day, but I doubt people would want to see a very old game. But hey, you never know. We'll see. Let me know in the comments below. Then question 2, if we like your content and want to support you, where can we do that? That right there is a perfect question, Van Dookie Productions, because I have a Ko-Fi page that you can go and leave a, I think it's just called a tip. You can leave a tip towards what I do, and I try to give it exclusive content. There's a couple things up there right now, but I want to try to be a bit more active with it, but unfortunately it's not as active as I would like. So if you guys would like to make it more active, I want to do things like exclusive polls, I want to give exclusive shortcuts to videos, and I want to give exclusive sneak peeks. So if you want to check it out, please go in the description below. Thank you. This next question is from JaceCraft 1983. I know this feeling, you deserve it. I may have just stumbled upon this channel and subscribed like 1 minute ago, but have you know this, keep this up and you'll be an amazing channel. I appreciate that. By the way, if you were invited to help create the next FNAF game, what would you do with knowledge of the lore and why? Ooh, tough question. Making a FNAF game when you don't know the full story is hard. So, we'll talk a bit more about this one later, because if I was to make a FNAF game, I have a certain way I'm doing it now, and you can kind of see it in the salvaged. And the next game that I'm working on, which I will be announcing sooner or later. But I think, just to answer this question, I think I just wouldn't follow the story. I think I would just, because the story right now is too complicated for anybody to figure out. It's full of shit. That's why, honestly, I think after like FNAF 6, I stopped really caring about the lore, because it's just not, I won't say it's not solvable, it's just too stupid. Like, it doesn't make any sense at all, and I think Scott should further help explain the story and not just give us vague-ass hints. But that's just how I feel about it. Thank you for the question, though. Next question is from Heck Matt. How many games have you made? Just like we talked about earlier, unreleased, I have made quite a few games. Actually, I did forget. I made another game that was for a school project. It was called Greek Out Mythology, where you played a Sisyphus, and it was just a Breakout ripoff. But anyway, I would say I have made close to like, let's say like 10 games. I'm not too sure. I haven't really been keeping track. I wish I did have access to my old files, because I did make quite a few games. I think I would go back and do them again. I would love to remake the Parts and Service game. I love the Parts and Service sections in Help Wanted. I wish there was more than just the ones we got. Next one is from Rainy Day 007. And she said, congrats, man. That's awesome. She said, okay, Q&A. Question. If you could ask Scott Cawthon anything about FNAF lore and he had to give you the full answer, what would it be and why? Okay, so... Ooh, again, another tough question. Because I would want to know a lot. Like I said, I stopped caring, but like, I mean, if I was to know, I'm gonna know. What would I ask? Can I just ask him the full timeline? Like, what is the full timeline of FNAF? Is that a question? No, we'll do one bit. If I could ask one thing, I would ask, what is Security Breach supposed to be? Like, because Security Breach is complicated as fuck. What is Midnight Motorist? I would definitely ask that, 'cause that's a huge question everyone's been asking. What were the retcons? I would ask that as well. What was retcon? Is Chipper the ultimate evil? I would ask that as well. Yeah, I think it's the only ones that I would ask. Next question you had was also, what is your advice for game design in general? If you have an idea for a game that's like your dream game, don't do it yet. Because that's why True Ultimate Custom Night, which was the first thing I started talking about in this video, was my dream game. I tried to make it with no experience and it went nowhere. Yeah, don't immediately jump into making your dream game. Build up to it. Make some smaller games first, so that you can get comfortable with whatever engine you're using. Really expand your knowledge on it, and then hop into your dream game after you've gained enough experience. Because going into it head first is just going to burn you out, and it's going to just make you frustrated and not make you want to work on your dream game. I think that'd be my general advice for that. So we have another question from Jacob Nyberger, 1890. He says, still saying congratulations here and that you've been doing a great job keeping up the amazing work. So question, how long have you been doing YouTube? So for how long I've been doing YouTube, it hasn't only been that long. I think it's been less than a year. Because I started doing Help Wanted. I did Help Wanted. Yeah, I started off with Help Wanted and then did Help Wanted 2 when Help Wanted 2 came out. But I did originally have a channel when I was younger. Oh god, I'm so glad I deleted it now. But I am kind of sad because the way it went out was because I appeared on the FNAF Cringe subreddit, which sucked a lot for me as a kid. So yeah, I panicked and I deleted my channel, which it sucked. But it got to me too much, so I deleted it. Yeah, appearing on a cringe web like Reddit when you're a kid, not good for the self-esteem. So I did have that a while ago. So I did that YouTube channel for like maybe a few years. I gained like 100 subscribers from it, which is really cool. But yeah, I'm glad of where I am now. And I'm glad I have this new channel. I'm a lot more happier with it. Next question is, how long have you been interested in game design? So interested in game design? That's a good question. When did I get into game design? Because I wanted to make, I remember I wanted to make True Ultimate Custom Night. Because I was super into the idea of making a game. I think that's what sparked it, was True Ultimate Custom Night back in like 2019. So yeah, back in 2019, from 2019 to now is how long I've been doing game development. So it's been a while. It's been kind of a wild ride. I wish I had all my old files. I would totally go through all that. But yeah, I think that's how long that's been going on. Next question and final question is from Nabai Delta. He said, "Hey broski, 2 questions. What got you into game development?" So what got me into game development? I think it was True Ultimate Custom Night. I'm gonna keep going with that. I'm pretty sure it was True Ultimate Custom Night that got me into game development. Because I wanted to make that into a game, but then I'm like, oh wait, I had this idea for another game. Oh wait, I had this idea for another game. So it kept evolving and evolving, and I think the game that everyone loved was The Salvaged, which kind of surprised me. But I'm glad everyone enjoys it. And yep, still taking a break from it because I'm working on another game right now. And again, will be announced soon. But yeah. And the next question is, what are you working on now? See, that's an interesting question because, so here's what I'm working on now. It's actually what the hell? Okay, just relax. Where am I this time? Could be the Oasis? No, it can't be the Oasis. I mean, unless the Oasis managed to get items from Fazbear's Fright. Hello? Is anyone there? Huh? Finally hung those things up. Kinda reminds me of my old mask. I miss that steampunk vibe. Man, I miss everyone. Wonder how they're all doing. Okay, well, I'm clearly in Fazbear's Fright. Just don't know what's different about it this time. Oh, fuck.